My name is Phil Thoden. I serve as the president for the Austin chapter of the Associated General Contractors. The reasons I see people taking the class are mostly because people in the industry, they are faced with this bilingual challenge every single day. The reality is you go to any job site, certainly in Texas, even up in Montana, we have a student from there, a student from Colorado, the student from Wisconsin, they all say the same thing. We have so many people that we are trying to engage with daily to successfully construct our project, and language is a big barrier. First of all, the classes are very well organized. A little preview video so you know what you're getting into. The classes are very focused on a specific learning scenario, and they're very interactive. You're not just sitting with a computer or an AI-generated person. You're with a live instructor. All the instructors are very engaging, enthusiastic, forgiving when you can't figure out how to say something. And I think best of all, they're very encouraging. I've heard some really great stories. One person said that there used to be a chain of communication that involved three people because this person spoke English and this person spoke Spanish, and then this person was bilingual. So the communication had to go to that third person who is not always available. So the communication breaks down, and maybe it's 20 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a day. All that time when we talk about things like lean construction and figuring out how to do more with less, this person I spoke with said, yeah, now, I feel really comfortable addressing the issue in Spanish.
Instantly from the first week, learning different tools, different equipment, everything on the job site, I was instantly getting with the foreman, getting with the crews, and just being like, hey, this how you say this. And then you can see the joy from them. They're like, oh, somebody's actually taking the time to learn. A lot of our employees at Martin Marietta are Spanish speaking themselves, or a lot of the subcontractors that we utilize are. And we'd have truck drivers that would get out and they wouldn't have a hard hat on or a vest or their boots. And you go up to speak to them, they're like, hey man, you need to have your PPE on. And they're like, no entiendo, don't know what you're saying. And now it's like, oh, well, if that's the case, it's like, I know the name for all of these articles of personal protective equipment. And I can just tell them hey man, you need to get that on, Jaleco, anything like that. It's like Costco, I know those words now, and it's actually helpful to use them. Definitely with trucking, because the big thing is when you have just Hispanics that are only Spanish speaking and they're in the trucks, bringing material to and from the job site is the vein of the project. If the material gets there, you can put it down, the project gets done on time. If the material's not getting there because they don't know what direction to go to, they don't understand the address, they're just getting lost in translation. It used to be I'd have to get in contact with them, I'd have to struggle through getting a phone number for whoever their dispatcher is, speak to them, and then have them relay the message back.
So I originally started with level 1, of course, and that one felt great. It was a nice way to get me thinking about different languages and how language is used. It really opened my eyes a lot, but it was pieces. I feel like in level 2, it's putting all those pieces together and showing me a much larger picture. It's not a matter of memorizing phrases, it's really understanding the language.
Classes themselves I've been having a blast with. It's comforting to be in an environment where, one, you're not getting corrected if you're saying something wrong all the time. It's more about getting the repetition and learning how you're saying it. And then it's also fun to be with other people that are at the same level as you, because you're struggling through the same concepts together, and you can have an aha moment and share it with them, and then it clicks with them. So you're all learning in real time together.
With that new skill, I'm able to communicate a lot better with my guys on the job. They can call me up and say, I need help ordering something, and I can help them without a language barrier. We can communicate pretty flawlessly. I might have some questions, I'm only in level 2, but them seeing that effort from my end makes them much more comfortable to help me learn. And it's brought me a lot closer with those guys.